Here we are today. We're at Wolseley Barracks military base. We're going to do the museum. We're just coming over to look at some of the vehicles they have outside. All been restored vehicles. They've got their flags at half-mast here. 3 of the military reservists just passed away last week in a training exercise. Well, I shouldn't say a training exercise. It was a vehicle that they were driving. It didn't get into saying if it was a training exercise or not. But all been nicely restored, or could even be still active. Their plaques are pretty worn out here. They've been sitting here for some time. That one was in service from 2001 to 2014. Used to be 2 military bases in London. Now we're just down to 1, this one here. So we're gonna walk into the museum here.
And it wasn't intended for long term. It was, a couple of days.
Rolling thing, sure. Yeah. Yeah. Good meals?
Same as everybody else.
Oh, really?
It gets the special feeding.
Yeah.
In the jail here.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that goes pretty good.
Yeah.
No washroom, so they had to come out to use the washroom.
No.
No?
Yeah.
Just make a mess on the floor in the corner?
Yep, there would have been a dirty rusty bucket under the bed.
Gotcha. That would work, yeah.
Because they went in at 6 in the evening. The last one was just storage.
Yep.
Go on and try to.
Yep.
So here we are inside the museum. We just tried to search up one of our family members. Library. And now we'll carry on up here. There's the Queen. So there's arrows on the floor to follow. Life member plaque. Go ahead, Dave. It's tough, it's dark in here with a lot of lights and you get a lot of glare.
Right.
South African Memorial. The gentleman at the desk was a retired veteran. Quite a bit of glare. These are all like memorial trophies, I'd imagine. Here's all the medals you could earn in the Canadian military. On that form there, Dad, does it say what Pop had again?
Not on what I've got with me.
And then families have donated their loved ones' medals.
Oh, yeah.
So they got all the names and plaques down there, and you can pull out and see what they earned. I spoke to him about retrieving some of our grandfather's information, and he gave us some documentation to do so. These kind of look like some interactive. Oh, okay. Just lights up Saskatchewan for infantry, Toronto and London. Lights up the light. That was from 1983 to 1994. Maybe they will get these to be more interactive that speak to you. hat badge display. So these are all the different badges that would be on the front of a hat to identify what group or rank you are or your position in the military. There's so many of them, can't go over them all, but these would be go right on the beret or whatever hat they were wearing. Some uniforms here. These were donated by the looks of it as well. You can see the person who donated them or who wore them. Some fancy uniforms too.
This looks like the guy from Germany.
Here's a weapon, a little cannon here, or I'm not sure exactly what. We can come up, looks like it was located on a Jeep. Anti-tank rifle.
Yeah.
Talk about heavy duty.
Yeah, for sure.
Mhm.
On the back of the Jeep.
Yeah. So this is different prices on what they were making. So now we're working our way up to the second floor. The gentleman said that's where most of the artifacts are. Very clean, dark, a lot of lighting. That's just on the pictures, but everything else is kind of dark. Just kind of bypassing these. Last time I was here, I brought my daughters and they enjoyed it. Canadian Force Sports Hall of Fame. We got a boxer. Looks like we got a sniper, another sniper, and another sniper. Rifle shooting, just shooting and shooting. But we got a boxer there. Again, on the floor they got the which way they want you to go. Very nice stained glass pieces. The uniforms are pretty interesting. Gentleman is an axe. Maybe a fireman. Here with my father, he's looking around as well, probably annoyed from me doing this, but non-commissioned officer, full dress drill sergeant. And the hats, pretty amazing that these are still in great condition and I don't know how comfortable they would have been. What do you think there, Dave?
Yeah, they were for the mess, for eating. Mess dress. Winter dress. Ceremonial dress.
Different artifacts here, what we know. Some nice carvings. I haven't been to the one in Ottawa in a long time, but you got there. Oh, the Métis.
Yeah. When they have them all chained together like that, got them in a group. photo.
There's Métis prisoners here. Some old guns here.
Yeah.
Looks like they've probably seen some action.
Yeah.
You know, the big museums in Ottawa, my sister's been there recently in the last, say, 5 years. Myself hasn't been there since I was a kid, but she said it's all button interactive where you can put earbuds in or scan the QR codes and it will tell you about what you're looking at. So hopefully this one can upgrade to something similar to that. Cufflinks and different things to go in your uniforms. Got a little bugle or trumpet there. It's a bugle. I was right the first time. So these are all labeled with numbers, and then you would come over here and you have to read the corresponding number. So like I say, if there's a QR code or a button that you could hit and it would do interactive, that would be pretty amazing. Amazing that these old pictures have survived. What year was Poppin there, Dad?
He was there from 41 to 45.
So we'll look and see. Let's see if we can find
He's
him.
not even in the computer.
No, we couldn't find his name in the enlisting. We brought his paperwork to see if we could get some information on it. The gentleman passed on to us the information that he had, and we will have to go from there. But depends on how often they kept up their books from way back then. And this is a nice wraparound mural on the wall from 1908. So you could sit here and watch the little video here of them marching. Back on horseback, been pretty neat. I don't know, you think there was horses at this one?
Maybe.
You think they kept horses at this one?
Well, the early wars, yeah.
No, in this facility, would they have been horses back in this?
Probably not.
So this is set up with little military men. Sorry for getting
That
the
guy. I don't think they were set up with the
Yeah.
buttons. Maybe Toronto would have that.
So we're getting a lot of glare from the lights here, but that's okay. First World War. I'm not sure how this place is funded. They had a donation box and I put some money in the donation box, and the gentleman says he only gets a few people on Fridays. Today's a Friday, so a little overwhelmed, he said, today, because there's actually more than a few. I've been through here before, so I'm just trying to give you guys an overview, but I brought my father today, but we also wanted to talk to him about my grandfather, so we did the best we could following that. Pretty remarkable pictures that are still intact. Number 20, it's an MG14, that is. German machine gun, very big again, really heavy duty.
Yeah.
There's some early signs of armor, gas mask, helmets, a rifle without a bayonet, another gas mask. Boy, has technology advanced. Another machine gun there. It's called a Lewis gun. A Lee Enfield MK1 is that one. We have a Royal Enfield motorcycle. Get old Dave in it. I like the ones that still have the bayonet on the front. The bayonet's like the knife or the sword there. Some very big guns. You'd have to be pretty strong to carry them. Oh, now we're going into the bunker, going through the...
Took 450 men 6 hours to dig 250 meters of front lines trench system undercover. Yeah.
So it took 450 men, my father was just saying here, to do 230 meters of trench. I don't think there was a lot of sleeping or washing breaks going on in there. I got some sandbags here behind us, set up. So this is what a trench would have looked like. Sorry, everything's so close. I got a couple characters here reenacting what was going on. Got the sandbags up, got the shooter. This gentleman's just relaxing. Now we go back through the... A lot of this has been donated by families and from loved ones that have passed on. It's neat how they got the pictures on the wall like wallpaper. Worldwide conflict, 1939 and 1945. So it's interactive, so I can hit a button and then it should come up on the thing here. So I'm hitting 1939. 1940. Oh, there we go. As you hit it, more locations light up.
Yeah.
A lot of conflict over the years, that's for sure.
That's where Dad went in over. He was in this area.
Okay.
That's England, so I crossed over and then went into France and Belgium.
You say, if you want to come and see it, you'll have to here in London at Wolseley Barracks. But when I grew up here, there was 2 military bases, and now there's just a quarter of one. They've downsized dramatically. Like I say, there's not a lot of light, but the light that's on it's reflecting off all the glass. So we'll see how this turns out. Here's the woman's uniform. The Royal Canadian Air Force, Royal Canadian Navy, Marine Royal Canadian, Aviation, Warfare, more industry. Yeah, just amazing, these pictures. More gas masks, helmets. You got a sniper down here on the ground. So this is called the Bren LMG.
The Bren gun?
Yeah, it was the primary light machine gun used by the Canadian and other Allied
Yeah,
forces.
Dad used to shoot squirrels in England with one.
Yeah,
Yeah. He said that made him a better catcher in baseball because he didn't flinch when the guy swung because of that.
okay, he didn't flinch when he was shooting the gun.
Well, you learned not to, right? You forced yourself to start catching a bird catcher.
This one here is a Maschinenwehr 34, the German machine gun 34 or MG 34. Is one of the most advanced machine guns of its time. So there it is there. This is the German display, as you can see. More German stuff and artifacts. Pick up the headset, press the button to listen to Op Husky Veteran Captain Retired. So let's pick up this phone here. I'm gonna get Pop to push one of the buttons. I'm gonna listen. The buttons are right here.
Oh, okay.
I have it up to the phone mic. Still talking. That says landing on the beach. Give her a listen, Pop. It's supposed to be the actual footage of the... Hit the button. He's doing the liberation of Italy. You can hear the calling of it. We got all these guns on lockdown. A lot of neat uniforms over the years. Again, the glare, not much I can do. Got some wooden shoes. United Nations, one country, one vote. So each room's kind of got its own setup. This one's 1947 to 91. Peacetime Army and new regiment structure. Here they are here, working the radio system. NATO military alliance, the Cold War. Some more machine guns there. Dad's found a Triumph motorcycle. We'll get it behind us here. Here's some different gas masks over the years. These uniforms are pretty amazing. Tank operator back there. There's the Triumph. Whether this one is I mean, it's definitely refurbished. I don't know if it's a repop or an original. I didn't know. There's not much logo saying which one it was for, because I'd imagine the Canadian and the US were using Indians and Harley. And this one's a Triumph, so obviously British.
So I guess the 57.
1957 Triumph. Bayonets, I like those guns with the bayonets, they're pretty neat. You have a secondary weapon if you run out or if it jams on you. Technology wasn't the best back then. There's a UN guy in a wicket in a booth. We're on the second floor here, and here's a full vehicle on the second floor. Again, I'm not sure. So here's the full vehicle here on the second floor. Pretty remarkable. Armored personal carrier vehicle. We make some of these here in London now at General Dynamics. I don't know what model this one is. Wonder how much that weighs to be up here. This is all it says, armored personnel carrier, the M113A. We're just finishing up the last couple of rooms, and then I'll turn this off and then can walk around and just view a little on ourselves here. There used to be a spot before COVID where kids could try on all of the gear and stuff, but I don't see that out anymore. Here's a bunch of sandbags. Probably since COVID they got rid of it all. Can't remember if they've changed anything since I was here last, but pretty amazing though. Well, here's where you can put on all the stuff right here. I had my girls put on all this and try and lift the bag, which weighed a ton, and I'm gonna pass since I only have one arm. It's not the same. Again, I gotta view the gun and then go over to their literature, so I'm just doing the viewing. I'll read the literature on my own. There are a lot of different weapons. As technology advanced, it got bigger, and with technology they got smaller but more powerful. Can imagine lugging half of these through a war though, they're so heavy. Try some different angles. These lights are glaring off of all the glass boxes here. So today we're viewing the Military Museum at the Wolseley Barracks in London, Ontario. Recommend coming down, it's just a donation. Check their hours though, they're not the same every day. Morse code, telling you how that operates. One of the first styles of phones. And got a phone up here. Here's different flags and how you use them and what they mean. So if a person's waving the flags these ways, that's how you go. There's an operator on the radio. Pretty nicely done museum. These are all different old radios to new technology. Flare guns. Now we're in the music area. They do a lot of parading, marching. All oxidization on some of the brass there. Drums. The parade uniforms. These color quits already. So I got the reserves out of this building now, and 3 of them passed away last week in a training exercise driving. So we're gonna call her quits there, folks. Check it out. So this is the original building that's heritage. It's the corridor. It's like a U. They do all their marching and everything in here. And now we're just heading back to the car, but here's some in-service vehicles. They still have an active garage here. And then, like I say, they have the reservists here. Buildings go over there. We're not allowed on that side. You gotta go strictly to the museum, but another tank down here. You just see it right. Oh, where's my finger? You just see it right there. When I was a kid, the 2 military bases were neat to walk by or drive by because they were more active and more things going on, but times are in a different place right now in some parts of the world. But thanks for tuning in, and till next time. Thanks. Street view of the military base, Wolseley Barracks right there on the side. Another tank. This used to go all the way down. It's a lot smaller now.
It's still part of the stuff in there.
Yep. These are all like this is active where we were just in the museum part.